Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to this beautiful park. Now today we're going to be working on our squats. Did you know that the squat is an excellent exercise to help burn belly fat because it helps to raise testosterone levels? So let's get started. We're also going to focus on these large muscle groups, the core, the glute. We're going to be strengthening the knees and the ankles and working on stability, using our breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth to energize the body and send that oxygen all around to all those different muscle groups and help them to work at their highest point. Okay, parallel feet, hip distance apart. We're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up to prepare the body. First of all, pull the tummy in with that in-breath and suck that tailbone underneath you to straighten that spine. Hold it there just for a nice deep, elongated into the nose, and then release through the mouth and release the knees and just soften that whole body and just give it a little bit of shake. Let's do that one more time. Breath in, sucking that tummy to the back of that spine, feeling the length of the spine by tucking that tailbone under, shoulders nice and relaxed and pulled down, length through that neck, crown of the head reaching tall. Keep that breath nice and slow, and at the highest point, release the breath through the mouth. And give yourself a little bit of a shake. Let's rotate those shoulders for 4 and 3. Keep breathing. And 2 and 1. Rotate with the elbows out wide and stretching through that chest. And 2 and 3 and 4. Take a big scoop of those hands in front of the chest and reach them up to the sky with the in-breath and out-breath to rotate and pull down. Squeezing those shoulder blades down and together. With that out-breath, we breath in as we reach up and out as we pull down. And then give yourself another little bit of a shake and shake out those legs. Well done. Just seeing if you can just reach across the body, stroking that chest, rotating that palm to the sky and pushing into the back foot and reaching to the back corner of your room. Do that again just to help open that chest and rotating that shoulder. Breath in to reach forwards, breath out to reach back. We do a softening to reach forward and a softening to pull up and reach back. One more time, breath in and breath out. Feel that open chest. Let's try that on the other side. Let's reach forwards with the in-breath and out-breath to open the chest and reach back. Palm is up when we reach back to really open here and rotating that shoulder. Squeeze that shoulder blade down and back. We breath in to reach forward, palm down. Breath out to stroke the chest and reach back. Let's do that twice more. Breath in and breath out and breath in and breath out and come back to your parallel feet, hip distance apart. Let's take a pull up with that in-breath. And on the out-breath, we're going to imagine we're grabbing hold of our giant beach balls. We tuck that tummy to the back of the spine and soften those knees and create a standing cat back as the head looks down and between those elbows. And when we come up, we take another breath in and we open the chest as we squeeze the shoulder blades down and back and breath out to look towards the sky. Pulling up in that tummy, squeezing that glute underneath you, squeezing those shoulder blades down and back to open that chest. We breath in to reach tall. We go again, breath out, contracting that tummy, reaching those arms forward. Don't raise the shoulders. Keep that neck nice and long. Let the head look down between your arms, looking through your window. Breath in to peel yourself up straight and breath out to open that chest and stand nice and tall. The head goes in line with that soft open chest. So you're slightly reaching towards the sky there before you breath in to stand straight and give everything a little bit of a shake again. Shake out those hands, let them go in up and down and side to side and rotating in those wrists, rotating in the elbows and rotating in the whole arm across the body, waking up all of those joints. Let's just tap the ball of the foot on the floor, parallel feet, hip distance apart, just to wake up the feet. So I'm pushing into the ball of the foot and I'm raising that arch over the big toe just to feel a little bit of a pressure there. I'm going to change that and I'm going to step from foot to foot, flexing each foot, alternating from side to side and really stretching out down the back of the calves and down the back of that leg. And then I'm going to stretch through the whole leg. Pull that tummy in, feel the length of that leg reaching away from you. Feel the stretch right from that glute, right from that tailbone, reaching away. And then I'm just going to take a gentle lunge with soft knee in front, parallel feet, hip distance apart. Again, stretching through that glute and that calf. Feeling a little bit of a stretch in this hip flexor as well. Excellent, and then just a little softening, not too far away from me, just to feel the stretch, nice and gentle through this hip flexor. So keeping the weight nice and centered. So I just feel this stretching out just a little bit here and coming back together again and just pulsing from foot to foot, letting that wiggle go from side to side to feel a tiny little bit of stretch through that hip line, and then just softening both knees and squeezing the hips forward, just to get that glute working, feel that bottom engaging here, and stretching again through those hip flexors and through that front thigh, just a little bit there, and soften to come up and shake everything out. Well done. Okay, so let's get started. Let's work on our first exercise, the regular squat. We're going to stand parallel feet, hip distance apart, pull that tummy in. Take a moment just to make sure you're nicely stacked with your hips and your shoulders. Shoulder blades squeezing down and back to open up that chest. We're going to relax those arms. We're going to breathe in as we drop down, so we lengthen through that tailbone a little bit back, as if you're trying to reach for a stool that's just slightly out of reach. We're not leaning forward, we're just allowing the head to come a little bit forward to make sure we're nice and balanced. The two heaviest parts of the body are keeping us nice and centered by reaching in slightly opposite directions. Here we're nice and centered, the weight is right over those heels. Breath in at the bottom, breath out, we pull up nice and centered and squeeze that tailbone underneath us and feel that stretch through those hip flexors. Pull that tummy in on every breath. So the tummy pulls in on the drop with the in-breath, and it also pulls in on the out-breath as we pull up. Let's do that squat for 8. Here we go. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and keep breathing. 8 and take a little bit of a shake. We're going to do that at least 4 times over. Here we go again. Don't take too long a break. Breath in to pull up. Breath out, tummies in. Breath in, we go down and 2 and squeeze those glutes. Keep going. Keep it going. For 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and pull up again. Give a little bit of a shake. Step the feet parallel, feet hip distance apart. Pull in with that in breath, out breath. Stay nice and tall. In breath, we drop again. 1 and squeeze. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and okay, give yourself a little bit of a shake. Okay, we got one more to do. Here we go. Pulling in that tummy with the in-breath. Out breath, hold it nice and firm. Breath in, we drop. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and okay, give yourself a little bit of a shake. Now, as you increase your ability with these exercises, you can increase the number per set, but take it nice and slow. Okay, second exercise, we're going to stand parallel feet, hip distance apart, and we're going to step back on your chosen foot so the weight is nice and even, and then we're going to raise that back heel so that we can nice and gently drop down into a soft knee. Now, if when you drop down, your knee is going too far over that big toe, take a moment just to step that back foot a little bit further back. We don't want that knee going beyond the big toe, putting more pressure on that knee. Keep it nice and centered. The weight should be nice and even between the feet, and you should have a nice right angle here. So we drop down with the in-breath and we pull up and we keep the weight centered. So as I pull up with that out-breath, I feel the stretch going through that hip flexor, squeezing that glute. So I'm really working into this glute as well as stretching through this front thigh and hip flexor. Let's go for 8 again. Here we go. We breath in and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and now to come up nice and safely to the quick breather, we drop down, we reach the head forward and arms back nice and safely. Heavier part help us stand nice and easily and safely to the centered foot. Now remember, if you need to help with your stability, you can hold onto a wall or a chair at the side of you if you don't feel quite safe. And in addition to that, to help with your balance, which must be nice and centered, you can reach the arm forward, the opposite arm of the leg in front to keep you nice and stable. So let's do our second set. Here we go. Pulling that tummy in with the in-breath, nice and tall with the out-breath. We step back again, heel down, then we raise that heel and drop the toe a little bit deeper. We pull up to prepare. I'm going to reach my arm forward this time to keep me nice and stable, and the other hand on my hip, because I want my hips and my shoulders nice and stacked. I don't want to be pulling back on that back leg. Reach it forward to keep nice and square. So breath in to drop. We go down with the in-breath and pull up, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and pull up 6, and 7, and 8. Now when I reach forwards with my head, my arm goes back to help me come nice and safely back to the center. Okay, I'm going to swap to the other side. We're going to do 2 sets on the other side. Here we go. Breath in, stepping back on the other side, peeling that heel off, and I'm going to drop down and reach forwards with that opposite arm. Now I'm going to pull up just to prepare. I'm going to drop down with my in-breath. Here we go for another 8. Here we go. Breath in and up, and 2, and 3. Squeeze that glute, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Drop it down, reach forward, pull up, have a little bit of a shake with that leg. I'm going to repeat it on that same leg again. Here we go. Breath in and breath out to step back. Breath in to pick up, pull the heel off, and breath out to prepare. We drop down on the in-breath, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and drop down, reach forward, pull up. Okay, that's 2 on each side. We're going to repeat that whole thing again. Here we go. Third side, pulling up, breath in, breath out, we step back, breath in, we raise that heel, make sure we're nice and square, and prepare. With the in breath, we drop down, out breath, we raise it up and squeeze that glute. In breath and out, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Keep the shoulder down, 6, relax the neck, keep breathing, and 8, drop down, release, come up, give a little bit of a shake. We go again on that same leg. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, raise the heel, and breath out. Breath in, we drop. We go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and up. Soften the knee, reach forward, come up nice and safely. A little bit of a shake. We're going to do the other side twice more. Breath in and breath out to step and prepare. Breath in and breath out to reach forward. Relax, pull the tummy in, squeeze the glute. Here we go. Breath in as we drop and pull up. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Keep nice and stable. And 7, and 8. Drop down, release, and pull up. Give it a little bit of a shake. Okay, so our last and final exercise, we're going to see if we can do our side steps. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with the feet parallel together. We're going to take a deeper, wider stretch in that second position in that squat. So we're really working the outer thighs and the glutes even harder to keep the knees in line with the toes. It's no good stepping wide and dropping the knees in. We need to keep them over the toes and really engage these muscles here, working that glute and holding that tummy in, and the body weight is nice and centered. Now you have to engage everything using your out breath to pull up to come to center. We're going to go twice one way, twice the other way, and we're going to repeat it 4 times. Let's go for it. Keep breathing and keep relaxing that neck, shoulders down, long necks. Here we go. Breath in to pull up nice and tall, suck the belly in, tailbone under. Breath out to keep the length in the spine and prepare. Breath in on the drop. We go. 1, and 2. Go the other way. 1 and 2. Let's repeat it. 1 and 2. Keep going. Down and up and down. Okay, we've got to go again. Down to come up. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in. Keep going. Another 8 and 7 and 6. Squeeze those glutes. And 5. Keep going. 4. Knees over the toes. Center yourself. And 2. We're nearly there. And 1. And come down to come up and give yourself a lovely, very deserved shake all over the body. Rotate those shoulders, rotate those elbows, reach for the sky and clasp those hands behind your tailbone. Step a little bit wider, push through and open that chest, looking to the sky. Before you pull in with the tummy, soften the elbows, contract, soften the knees, reach the hands down between the legs and give them a little bit of a shake with a nice curve, suck up the tummy, stretch of the spine with that little cat back position. Peel yourself up nice and safely. Give the legs another stretch through that high lunge by stepping parallel feet, hip distance apart, step back. This time we're just going to keep that pull up through that whole leg, reach that opposite arm forward and just see if we can take it high before we swing down, come up, feeling that stretch through the whole of the front of that leg. Other side, we step back, hip distance apart, take it back, soften that front knee, keep that heel on the floor. It's no good if your heel can't reach the floor, if you can't get it down, bring the leg closer, but take that deep stretch, pulling up through that whole leg, reach that opposite arm forward, make sure you're nice and stacked, shoulders and hips, feel that stretch with the hip flexor, increase it by raising the arm higher. Excellent, hold it there for the count of 4, 3, 2 and 1. Release the arm and with that swing it helps you come nice and safe to your center. I hope you enjoyed that and I hope to see you again. Now don't forget, if you like that video, give it the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.